super happy with that. This is huge, guys. I'm super happy. It's made my day, and it's so nice that it's a Friday afternoon as well. It means that I can relax over the weekend knowing that a huge milestone has been reached with this van conversion. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. You are joining us at Sprinter Van Conversions / Lindy Vanner. I'm still not convinced on the name change. Let us know in the comments below what you think. But we are back onto week number 5, I think now, of this van build, and yesterday I made quite a bit of progress. I managed to cut the cladding ply for above the bed, next to the bed, what will be the bed. I managed to paint the cladding behind me. I also clad the wall, as you can see. Finished off some bits of carpeting, full-way stretch carpeting, and also installed the panels above the overhead cab shelf that will house the fire extinguisher, gas monoxide detector, the diesel heater controller, the fuse board, and the solar charge controller. So they are all sort of 50% there now. So starting just here in the front of the van, underneath the passenger seat, you can see we've got the diesel heater in. That's already installed. The little fuse panel is going to go there, housing the MIDI fuses for the batteries and the split charge relay and the bus bars. And then in this cubby is where the 200 amp hour leisure batteries are going to sit. In the back here you can see I've done the plywood cladding. It's not completely screwed in yet because I need to take off the panels to put the spotlights in and what have you behind. But yeah, they're looking good. You can start to see the shape of the bed. Carpeting is almost finished for the pods, so you can see that on both sides. This one's the deeper one. I need to refine some of the carpet stretch material, but so far so good. Really pleased with the finish. Just here you can see the wall that will be behind the kitchen. That's all clad and painted now, and yeah, looking forward to getting the kitchen unit in. And just behind me you can see the panel that's housing the main fuse board of the house of the van, if you like, as opposed to the batteries. Those fuses will be underneath the front seat. We've got our solar charge controller up here with our solar cables already coming through, and then we've got our diesel heater controller just there, which means we'll be able to like program the time, turn it on, turn it off, and do all that good stuff. And then just over here on this side, this panel, it needs a bit of a paint because I scratched it since I painted it. But yeah, this is going to house the fire extinguisher and the carbon monoxide detector. I like to house the fire extinguisher here in all of our vans because it's easily accessible from the sliding door. If we need to get it out, you know, when we're driving along, we can quickly jump out, open the sliding door, grab it straight away. And vice versa, when we're inside the van, worst case scenario, we should need it, then we can easily grab it there. It's in the open, it's not tucked away in a cupboard behind a load of pots and pans or something. So, and now today I'm going to start attacking the actual electrical system because I've not started installing any batteries yet, or the main fuses for the batteries and the split charge relay, which is already installed in the van, which is super handy. And hooking up the solar panels. So hopefully I'm going to make some progress on those today. I don't aim to finish them. One, because I don't have the batteries yet, I've just ordered them, so they're going to be delivered on Friday. And 2, because, well, I just don't have all of the components yet. But anyway, first job for today is to stick the panel in there so I can house the fuses for the batteries. Okay, this weather continues to blow me away. It's absolutely gorgeous tonight. I feel like I'm saying that a lot recently, which is a nice change from always raining when I started this build. But as you can see, I've tidied up in the van now, hoovered up, everything's ready for the vinyl to go down, and then the next job is the kitchen. I can't wait. Such a satisfying part. And when I go and buy the kitchen from IKEA, I'm also going to buy the structure for the bed as well. So yeah, it's really going to start coming together pretty quickly now. But I'll just show you what I've been up to today. Everything up here in the sort of control panel is now wired up as much as is safe to do so at the moment. I've got my 6 feeds for my 6 points of power around the van itself. I've rewired the light that's in the cab under there to be coming off of the leisure batteries too, because then people can sit in the front seats with the light on and it won't flatten the leisure battery, the starter battery. The diesel heater is now wired in, at least the controller is. Haven't got any batteries in yet. And because we haven't got any batteries in, I've not connected up the solar cables to the solar charge controller. These cables are actually live at the moment. I should probably wrap some tape around the ends. But the connection going from the solar charge controller, given the regulated current, the regulated voltage, I should say, to the fuse board and to the system is in there now. So yeah, I just need to connect these two and then the whole system will come alive. It's really starting to sort of take shape in here now, and once I get the kitchen in here, it's going to change it so much. From IKEA, I'm going to get the unit, the sink, and I'll buy the tap and the hob probably from Screwfix, and the fridge from eBay as well. And then back in the bed area, like I said just now, we're going to have 3 beams going across, and then we're going to have timber slats so the bed's nice and aerated, because the last thing you want is mold building up underneath your mattress in the van. And then just here in front of the bed is going to be the sofa, exactly like in our black van. And also, by the way, today somebody came to view the van, so hopefully by the time this video goes out on YouTube, the black van will have sold. Fingers crossed. But yes, really happy with the progress this week. It's been a bit slow, but it's taking shape. Oh, and one last thing is I've put in all of the touch LED roof lights or spotlights in the ceiling now, so they're all done. But like I said, batteries aren't in yet. They're coming tomorrow. I've ordered them, and yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting them up.
I could sit around and wait all day.
I think the last time I was filming was before I went to IKEA. I went to IKEA a few days ago. You can see the boxes behind me, full of the kitchen, of the sofa, of the beams for the bed and stuff. So yeah, really happy to have all of that stuff. I did forget a couple of things, being the splashback for the kitchen and some handles for all of the overhead cabinets so that they match the kitchen cabinets, but I can get them another time. Now I'm going to start with varnishing the ceiling, so I need to remove all of the roof lights. I need to drop them down a little bit. I need to remove the spotlights in the ceiling, and I've already unscrewed the panels behind me over there with the fuse board and stuff on it ready, so I get a nice crisp edge along the varnish.
With anybody but you. What was it they used to say? Seeking you to find.
Alrighty, I'm super happy that that's done. Ceiling is varnished, everything is back in. The roof lights, all the trim, all the lights and everything are now back on there permanently. So yeah, unless anything goes wrong, then the ceiling is finished, finally. So that's really good. This is going to move me on to the next step, which means I'm going to clear out this van and yeah, I'm going to lay the vinyl floor. what a nice way to end the day. Flooring is down, super happy with it. It was a bit touch and go for a moment because I sprayed it all with the spray adhesive, which is super tacky straight away. And as soon as I did that, I laid it down and there were loads of bubbles underneath. So thankfully I was able to pull it up quickly and then smooth it out, lay it down nice and flat. And yeah, I'm really happy with the finish on that now. It was a decision whether to go for this vinyl or a different type of vinyl. If you watched our third episode on this conversion, then you'd have seen when I showed both, but I'm really happy that we chose this vinyl. It looks gorgeous. Truthfully, I really wanted a very similar vinyl to what we had in the last van. I was really attached to the last van, which by the way has been sold. Yesterday the new owner Toby came and took it away, so I'm super happy for him. He's going to really enjoy our black van for sure, and his first trip is to Scotland. But yeah, we couldn't find the vinyl that we wanted in this van, the same as the black van, which is also the same as in our kitchen and hallway at home. But yeah, that's really annoying, so we went with this one, and actually I think it's nice to mix it up a little bit from van to van. But next job is to fit that lot in here. A new day on the conversion, and this morning I went and got a load of timber, so we now have all of the timber for the bed slats. We've got the beams that I got from IKEA the other day for the bed, and yeah, I just did a bit of shopping this morning. As you can see, I got some well, as you know, yesterday I put the vinyl down, so I got some protective plastic to put over the vinyl while I'm still working in the van so I don't scuff it. I've done that before and it was an expensive replace. So yeah, this is all of the kitchen, the sofa and stuff to go in. And just up here I've been putting the doors on the overhead cabinets. These are going to have material in these voids, but they just flip up like that and stay up. The other one I had to cut a little bit, so it's just drying because I had to repaint it. And then on this side I've taken the ply cladding off and I've sorted out the wiring behind. These are the cables for the new spotlights, the reading lights that are going to be mounted against the wall with the USB sockets in as well. So yeah, just waiting for them to be delivered, but the cables are already there. So this cladding is now up and this cladding is now up and it's staying there. So yeah, ticking more things off the list of things that are getting finished. I really wanted to do these bits here on the cabinet and behind me before I put the bed in, because when I put the bed frame in with the beams and the slats, it's going to get a bit more awkward to access. But having said that, I've done enough now where I feel comfortable putting the bed in, so now I'm going to build the bed. Okay, so you can see that this is where the bed is obviously going to be across the back, and I wanted to felt all of the pods before I put the bed in, but now the beams are just going to stretch across, and they're these beams that I got from IKEA. So these are the beams. They're actually strictly used for the centre beam in double beds, to reinforce the centre beam in IKEA double beds, but they do the job perfectly here. And they sit on each edge of the metalwork of the van like that. As you can see, we'll have 1, 2, 3 and then the timber slats across, and it will be a perfect double bed. So my method for fixing these beams is to extend them out as far as I can, put a screw through halfway, and then that fixes them at that extension, at that length. And then I screw it in 2 Metsex screws at each end into the bodywork of the van, and they're so solid. Just one beam will take my weight easily, so 3 beams is more than enough to span the about 1.9 meters from side to side of the van. Super happy and grateful to have the bed done. I can't believe the structure of the bed is in. It has been a hectic couple of days, but the progress is real. The kitchen unit is now in. I was just drilling it out yesterday. I was probably, well, I worked from about 9 till 8 yesterday. Today I'm feeling knackered, but I have got the hob in, I've got the sink in, the tap is about to go in, and I'm super pleased with the progress. The kitchen unit is all fitting nicely and yeah, put together well. So really excited about that. I need to fit the waste tank underneath the sink. Well, underneath the van, I should say, because the waste goes through the van and down into underneath the van. And also today the batteries arrived, so now I'm going to fit the batteries, and then I have power in the van to operate the fan because it's getting quite warm now, and turn on the lights inside the van, and then I'll never be able to stop working because I have light all round the clock. This is huge, guys. Finally, we've got power in the van, and it feels like the van has like come to life or something. It feels amazing that everything's working. I've just put all the fuses in, but underneath the passenger seat, everything works properly. I've just put the fuse in for the solar up there. It works it works properly. It connects to the solar charge controller. I've not connected up the solar panel yet. That's my next job in a minute. But I just wanted to show you something super special. Like, I mean, for me, it's super special. For you, it's nothing. But here we go. I'm gonna put 5 amp fuse in up there. And here we go. Ha-ha! Yay! Super, super happy with that. This is huge, guys. I'm super, super happy. It's made my day, and it's so nice that it's a Friday afternoon as well. It means that I can relax over the weekend knowing that a huge milestone has been reached with this van conversion. What can I say, guys? Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Oh no, hang on, you're watching this on Sunday. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. And we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for joining in today's video. Give us a thumbs up for turning on the electricity, and don't forget to subscribe. Keep up to date next week with our next episode of this van conversion. Time for a beer, I think. Time for a beer. Yeah, let's go and get a beer.